What's up, everyone? King of Cobra 73 here again, and today we are starting our College Football 27 Dynasty. Yes, I know I hear all the noise in the back. You never finish Purdue, you never finish Tulsa. I hear all that noise, and every year I say I'm going to try to finish this one. I'm going to try. I really am. Tulsa didn't finish because of work, Purdue didn't finish because of work. Hopefully with this new work schedule, I have more time to do more recording and everything on days off and everything. And when I decide to pick up days, I spread them out more. However, my goal is to, maybe have a week out of recording before I start posting them. So that maybe mean things are a little bit slower and a little less consistent, but it means that I'll also be posting things and actually trying to finish things. So we will see how that goes. But today I do want to start our new dynasty here. We're going to do on the rosters on. And we're going to do the cloud dynasty because I need my updates when they come. Because right now there's a really big recruiting bug going on. However, they say they are going to be fixing it soon. So hopefully that means that it's not going to affect our dynasty. Hopefully that means we're going to have it working the way it should. If not, I have some settings that should change it, with like change the transfer portal and everything. Like I'll just go in there and change the transfer portal and how some of those things work. I'll do that myself. However, we're going to, geez, this is a big one, import of players. I just made sure I had the updated rosters and everything. We're going to make sure that we have the most up-to-date rosters and everything, and try to keep this as true as we can. So we are going to, when this thing gets done loading, we're going to show you the team. I will say that I do think Purdue was a lot easier last year. I want to get back to the group of 5 because I thought Tulsa was tough. Even though I think I went 7-5 in year 1 with Tulsa, maybe. And then year 1 Purdue, I went 6-6. I want to get back to the group of 5, a tougher team. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to do all these later. There's no custom conferences, and all this I'm gonna change later. I don't think I want that on though. But all of this stuff I will change later. Coach firing CPU only. Okay. And yes, they changed this. That's all the CFB play, but don't pay stuff. That's out of the game. But again, all this stuff will be changed in off screen and everything. I think we will go all American again. We may go Heisman this year, but probably going all American again because I'm not good at the game at all. And I think we're going to. Yeah, we're going to change a lot of wear and tear stuff because there's a lot of stuff going on with wear and tear right now. Hopefully it gets fixed and everything. 10-minute quarters for right now. We may bump it up to 11 or 12 in the future. We shall see. But right now, like I said, I'm going to change all this stuff off screen. And this first episode is just showing the team and everything. And we will also get into our first game in this episode. So, like I said, I want to get back to a group of 5 team. And the group of 5 conferences are the American, we did Tulsa the American, the CUSA. There is a lot of interest in here. I was looking at teams in here. We're not going to the CUSA. The MAC, some action. The MAC is really fun, and I definitely have my eye on the MAC. But we're not going there. We're going to the Mountain West. We're going to Mountain West. We'll get back to that. Pac-12. I think Pac-12 can become a Power 4 conference soon. So we might have a Power 5 and a group of 4 again soon. But I think this division is wide open. I think it's between Boise State and Fresno State, not going to lie. I think this right here can be good. And I think they have, since it's been revived and everything, it can be real interesting coming soon in a few years. You have the Fun Belt as well. Just some fun teams, but like I said, we're going to the Mountain West, and there's a lot of teams I consider here in the Mountain West. I consider going back to Nevada because on college football revamp, I did Nevada. I had fun with that team. Never finished that either. I have a real knack of not finishing things. Thought about them. Thought it would be fun to continue with them. Then I thought, why not New Mexico Lobos? They went 9-4 last year. They have a really good roster. I think they have a great roster. I'm not gonna lie, but their ratings are pretty bad. Like 66, 66, 66. Like they're 66 across the board. I don't think they're this bad. I think it's between them and UNLV, who wins the Mountain West this year. And I think even India, you might give them a run for their money. Maybe even Wyoming. I don't know. But I think these two are the favorites in the Mountain West this year. Maybe even Hawaii. NIU might be the worst team in the Mountain West. I think they're the worst rating wise. No, UTEP is. NIU might be the worst in Mountain West. For real though. They only have, 2 players over 80 overall. I don't know how they are going to do at all in this dynasty. But they have a bunch of dynasty points. They have a good amount of dynasty points starting. But we are going to go to San Jose, California. This is our team. San Jose State Spartans. We have 665 Spartans dynasty points to start off. We have a 9 conference titles, 7 in bowl games, 108 NFL draft picks, 0 Heisman winners. Hopefully we can change that. 1,300 budget is terrible, but we're going to try. Their rivalries include Fresno State, Stanford, and Hawaii. They also have a rivalry with San Diego State, but the game does not recognize it. But these are our rivals. We will be playing Hawaii and Fresno State this year, I believe. We rarely beat Stanford. Wow, 15-53 against them with 22.1 win percentage against Stanford. My pipelines are NorCal and SoCal and Nevada, with the Tier 3 in California, of course. Why not? We have 2 players over 80 overall. Ethan Powell, the senior linebacker, and Trent Carrizosa is our punter. That's it. Our Dynasty Blueprint is this is what it's looking like. Our roster NIL 135, facilities 150, staff 350. We're going to figure this out together because this is all new stuff. We're going to figure everything out together. Here's our AD expectations. So it's balance. Passing or failing goes affect your job at a normal rate. So they're not impatient. So 7-6 back-to-back years in 23, 24, and then last year they fell on their feet at 3-9. Now, a lot of people came into last year thinking San Jose State might be a team that could win the Mountain West. People thought they fell straight on their face, and they lost a lot of key players, mainly Danny Scardero in the wide receiver room. When we look at that roster, we'll talk about that because they lost 3 total wide receivers, I believe. These are our school grades, so nothing great. Only thing we have decent here is the conference prestige, Mountain West, and that is probably because we had Boise State in here for so long. Boise State helped us out for so long, but with Boise State gone, is this a division people want to be a part of? We're going to try to build it up. We're going to try. So let's get into it. We're going to be the head coach. Ken, I'm sorry. He's the former head coach of Navy. I think he was with Navy all those years. and this is what his third year, maybe with San Jose State, or maybe his fourth year. Who knows? However, we're going to be a recruiter this year. When in 25, I was a tactician. 26, I was a motivator. This year, we're going to be a recruiter. And I will be right back to show you guys who the head coach will be. Okay, everyone, here is our head coach. It is former quarterback Jeff Garcia. Jeff Garcia is a former San Jose State quarterback. He played there for about, 3 years. Went to the NFL, went to the CFL at first, and then went to the NFL. We're going to roll with him. This is what we're going to roll with for right now. Our Dynasty point strategy is going to be recruit and retain. We want to keep the players we recruit, meaning we're going to have to make sure their deal breakers align with what we have. And we're going to keep those players, and we want to develop those players into the best players that they can be. He's actually from North Carolina. The Bay Area is considered North Carolina. I keep wanting to say North Carolina. Northern Cal. They're from the Bay Area. I keep wanting to say, hey, this is more like Central California. So can we get a Central California pipeline? But no, it's either North Cal or SoCal. So, hey, Northern Cal it is, which is fine. We're gonna have the Southern Cal pipeline as well for our players. But this is our coach right here, Jeff Garcia. He's returning to his alma mater. And we've already souped him up. So here's another thing. Look at this. Going back in time, 20 years, not very successful team. 06, 9 and 4, 5 and 7, 6 and 6, 2 and 10, 1 and 12, 5 and 7. Oh, it was nowhere. 11 and 2, 11 and 2. And you win the military ball with 6, 6, 3, 9, 6 and 7. And this right here is a 6 and 7 year where they were 5 and 7 and they were chosen to go to a bowl game. We don't want to be that 5 and 7 team that gets chosen to go to a bowl game, the pity bowl game, and then we win anyway, so we still have a losing record. We don't want to be that team. 4 and 8, 2 and 11, 1 and 11, 5 and 7, 7 and 1. That's the COVID year. 5 and 7, 7 and 5, 7 and 6, 7 and 6, 3 and 9. So they were on a trajectory up, but then they fell flat on their face, as you can see. So this is a team, in my opinion, that still needs a lot of help. And former quarterback is going to do his best to do it for them. They have not won a bowl game since 2015. They haven't won over 10 games since 2012. It's been years. It's been 11 years since this, and 15 years, 14. Oh, but it's been years. It's been years since they won anything. And this year, San Jose State is looking to get the wins. I don't see us doing much better than 3 and 9. But we'll see. So here is what our goals are. Expectation bowl, hopeful. That's not happening, coach. I mean, the athletic director, yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening, okay. Not year one, at least, I don't think. So our goal is to upgrade to premier facilities in the next 3 years. That can be possible. We're a competitive facility right now. Win more conference games than last year. They won 2 conference games last year. 2. So our goal is to win 3. That might be possible. I win 3 home games this year. I think the 2 at the bottom are very possible this year. Win more conference games than last year, and then win 3 home games this year. I think those are possible goals at all this year. Not anything too serious, not anything too crazy, and it can give us 115 dynasty points if we successfully get those set up. Like, we do those 2 roles, boom. And if we somehow find enough points to upgrade into a competitive facility, fantastic. Really, fantastic. But I don't think we're doing that this year. Maybe next year. But Jeff Garcia is going to sign on the dotted line. And here's the new UI. I love the new UI that they have going here. Love all this stuff right here. Keywan Lacey, Bo Jackson, showing all the All-Americans, and then we can go see the Heisman hopefuls right here: Jeremiah Smith, Dante Moore, Malachi Tony, Julian Sain. Like, one of these people really might win the Heisman this year in real life. We'll see. But let's go before we even look at our. Actually, I want to show you guys something because I did. I tried editing things before. Being fully transparent, this is one of the teams that have 13 games this year. I tried editing this game right here, the FCS game, because I wanted to put Stanford on their schedule. It wouldn't let me because they recognized that we had over the over requirement amount of games on the schedule. But this is one of the few teams that has 13 games on their schedule coming into this year. And I want to try to make one of our out-of-conference games a rival. So we have Fresno State. That's one of our rivals, the Valley Cup. We're already playing them. We're also already playing Hawaii. So we have two rivals on this year, and winning rivalry games should be able to help us. But yeah, this is our schedule this year. Let's look it up. Let's look at it. In week 0, we are going to get thrashed. There's no and ifs or buts about it. We're going to get thrashed by USC. I also think, and I see that there's a mod for it on PC. I think when there's games like this, and when in real life you know how they play the smaller schools to come, hey, here's some money. Here's some money for textbooks and everything. Come play us. This will be a tune-up game for us. I think we should get Dynasty points for that. Like, I see there's a mod for it already. I think EA should implement that into next year's game or future games because that's how it goes. And if I want to schedule FCS West, which would be Cal Poly in real life, I should have to pay them Dynasty points as well to schedule them because it's supposed to be a tune-up game, supposed to be a guaranteed win. Supposed to be. It's our home opener. It's supposed to be a win. But here's how it looked. It was like USC, Eastern Michigan, FCS West, which is Cal Poly, Fresno State. Honestly, out of conference schedule, you would love to come out 2-2 with a win against FCS West and Eastern Michigan. You would love to come out 2-2. Don't think we're beating Fresno State. I think they have a chance to win the Pac-12 as well. I think it's like between them and Boise. I don't know. Don't know if we're beating Fresno State though. And then we have at Hawaii against Wyoming, UTEP, Nevada, New Mexico, NIU, Air Force, UNLV, and North Dakota State. A lot of good teams on here. And we'll just have to see how we're going to do in the Mountain West. If we are to win 3 Mountain West games this year, if we do, I'm looking at Hawaii, Nevada, and NIU. Those are my 3 must-win games, I'm thinking. Maybe we can get a win against Air Force. Maybe we can sneak a win against NDSU. I don't think we're winning against ULV. I don't think we're winning against New Mexico. UTEP is a swing game. Wyoming's a swing game. These games can go either way. Honestly, don't think we're winning against these 2 teams right here. I think these 2 are the favorites to win the Mountain West right now. UNLV, very strong contender. Very strong contender. And maybe North Dakota surprises this year. I don't know. But I really see us as maybe realistically at best being a 5-7 team. 5-7 at best. Well, we're gonna go position. At quarterback, we have Luke Weaver. Weaver comes from Hawaii, I believe. I think he's a transfer from Hawaii, and he is looking to be the starting quarterback this year. But it's going to be between him and Robert McDaniel. Is Robert McDaniel from Hawaii? I think either one of them are from Hawaii. I think it's Weaver, actually. To be honest with you, I think it's Weaver. But it's between these two. There's going to be a quarterback battle in real life. So we just have to see who wins it. I might lean towards Luke Weaver for right now. But right now, there's like, as you can see, everybody is in the same boat. Throw power, the best one on the team is from Daniel Rolovic with 86. And then short throw accuracy, 85 and 85 between these two, 82 and 82 between these two, medium. And our best deep throw accuracy will go to Luke Weaver. So all of these guys are going to be, no one's going to be throwing deep on this team right now until we recruit someone. No one throwing deep on this team at all. They're going to be all pocket passers pretty much and just dink and dunk. So medium throws, short throws are going to be our bread and butter. Getting our wide receivers with speed and getting them to the outside for big plays on the outside. That is what we're going to go. At running back, we have one of my favorite players on the team, Zabari Bates. 91 speed, 92 acceleration. He is a fast running back. 73 carrying can be better, but it's okay. Jabari Bates is going to be our number one back. He's going to be our speed guy. Going to try to get outside and just try to run down the field for us. He's going to be our number one player, and hopefully he does really well for us. He's a senior this year, so he will leave after this year. After that, we have Tyler Jacklich. I believe he comes from West Virginia. I think he's an okay player. I think he's going to be able to do good things for us. I think he's good in the backup role. I also like Isaiah Carlson in the backup role here. I think between these three guys, we have a good running back room. However, my favorite is Zeke Clay. Zeke Clay is my favorite that we have here. He is the running back of the future. I definitely believe he may be redshirted this year. He's only 69 carrying. But look at this, 90 speed, 96 acceleration. He's probably going to be redshirted this year because we have 3 players ahead of him. I don't want to give him on the play this year unless it's in one of those free 4 games. Unless it's one of those 4 games that he can play in for free. I don't see him playing at all this year. And plus, all of our running backs have deal breakers, pro potential, playing time. Okay, you're definitely getting playing time because you're like the projected starter next year. Just redshirt him this year, and he might even play this year. Like I might play him this year. Fullback Jimmy Woodard. We have a fullback. He's a freshman. At wide receiver, okay, we lost 3 wide receivers like last year. Kyrie Scholes left. He went to Utah. Leland Smith went to UCLA. And those 2 combined had 102 catches, almost 1,500 yards together, and they total like 500 yards, 1,500 yards last year and 5 touchdowns last year. So that's a big part. Like that's number 2 and number 3 receiver. Big part of them gone. The number 1 receiver, Danny Scudero, 88 catches, 1,300 yards, and 10 touchdowns. We lost Danny Scudero, and he's gonna be number 1 receiver up here. Probably. He's probably gonna be the number 1 receiver here in Colorado. Danny Scudero, right there. We lost him in a transfer portal. He's a 93 overall. Oh, jeez. But yes, it sucks that we lost him in the transfer portal. He's going to be huge. And Kyrie Scholes, and I wonder where they're at on the depth charts for their respective teams that they went to. for Utah and UCLA. I just want to see before we get back to him. Okay, Kyrie Schultz is an 83 overall receiver. He is going to be the number 2 here at Utah, which is good. And I think we lost our running back last year to Utah as well. Yes. Steve Chavez Soto was the running back last year for San Jose State. We also lost him to Utah. He transferred out. He was the leading running back last year. I would have loved to kept him. He's got speed. He has power. It just would have been fun to keep him. But he's going to be number 3. He's going to be number 3. So maybe if we see him in the transfer portal again, maybe we try to, grab him up. And then UCLA. Let's go check their receiver room for Leland Smith, sorry. He is going to be their number 3 receiver, so he's going to be maybe in the slot role. Or maybe they put Mickey Matthews in the slot role and put Landon Ellis and Leland Smith on the outside. Aiden Mizell, also the Florida Gator transfer, is also over here. So UCLA has a good receiver room here. Wonder what they'll do with them and how they're going to use everyone. Because Aiden Mizell's a speedy guy. You just throw it deep to him and he's gone. Leland Smith, big receiver, 6'4". He can come down with it, and he's gonna be your red zone threat pretty much. Landon Ellis and Mickey Matthews, both speedy guys who can catch the ball and everything. So those are some of the key players that we lost. We also lost our quarterback. To Duke. And honestly, what a godsend for Duke this was. Because with the Derek Mensah controversy and everything, what a godsend Walker Eget is going to be for them. I don't know if he's going to be good for them. Is he going to be they want him, a lot of Duke fans want Dan Mahan to be the guy. A lot of Duke fans want him to be the guy. But Walker Egret right now, he has good accuracies. 87 throw power. He has good accuracies. He's going to be able to get the job done. 78 overall is kind of low, but he will get the job done for Duke this year. And hopefully he does well. But I know a lot of Duke fans want Dan Mahan to be the starter. Is he the future of that position? Perhaps. He has good skill caps. He has really good skill caps. Maybe Dan Mahan will be the future of that position. But those are our key losses that we suffered in the transfer portal and in the offseason. So Luke Weaver, Robert McDaniel, it will be a QB battle. But right now, I think Luke Weaver's our guy. And like I was back in the receiver room, we did get a wide receiver from Penn State. It's Anthony Ivy. He comes over from Penn State, and hopefully he is a guy that can help us out. He's going to be our number 1 receiver going in to the year, and maybe he's the guy. Jerry McClure is also a good receiver that we have. Another guy that I hope we're able to keep. He's a junior. He's an impact dev. Hopefully we're able to get these guys going. Malachi Riley is a receiver I really like. Speedy guy, can catch the ball. And a lot of people all these guys don't have the best catching. I understand that. But he's someone I'm very interested in keeping. And then Jordan Anderson is someone who I really, really like. Transferred from Sacramento State. And they are hoping to strike lightning in the bottle twice. Jordan Anderson came from Sacramento State. You know who else came from Sacramento State? Danny Scudero. So they're hoping that he is a wide receiver that turns out like Danny Scudero. Is he going to be there? Does he have the skill caps and everything for that? I think he does. I think hands probably better, route running can get better. But I think he has the potential to be a really good receiver for us. He is one of the guys I want. And they got another receiver in the transfer portal, but it doesn't look like he's here. Are you a real player, Jerry McClure? I think he is a real player. They got another receiver in their transfer for Dominic McKenzie from BYU, but I don't see him on here. Cooper Hall is a wide receiver here. Eli Barber, but someone who I think has limitless potential, who might play this year, Timmy Spartan. As you can see, his skill caps right here. Hands have to get better. Route running has to get better. I think this guy is a receiver that we can start putting in some games because he's already a redshirted freshman. So we can throw him into some games, throw him in some situations, and get him on the field, get him some experience so he can get better because he's only going to get better. You also have Carson Clark. You have Caleb Barnett and Devin Olamonde. Don't know, because I know one of these guys' skill caps weren't at the best. Okay, Carson Clark's skill caps are none of their skill caps are the best. Wow. Barton has the best skill caps. But yeah, that's how none of these guys have good skill caps. But what concerns me, one, two seniors, okay. 2 seniors in the receiver room. But look at all of these players that are looking to leave. We have 1 player looking to leave. 2, 3, 4. 4 receivers looking to leave in the offseason. If we lose all 4 of these receivers after a good year, I don't know what we're going to do. And we're definitely losing Anthony Ivy because he's a senior. So we're losing Anthony Ivy for sure. We're losing Fowler down here, Sam Fowler down here for sure. And we just have to figure out what we're going to do in the receiver room. Tight end, we have Josh Steinbeck. I think he's going to be good for year 1. He's going to be the guy along with Ryan Boltwood. But I like Kamaeui. I'm going to learn their names. Kamaeui. I'm going to learn their names. He is my favorite player on the team right now, tight end wise. He has some good skill caps here that definitely can be learned. He might be tight end number 2. He is a junior though, so we have 2 years with him, and he's already looking to transfer as well due to playing style. Just got to get better playing style, but I'm looking at him tight end number 2 out the gate. Offensive line needs a lot of help. We have Gerald F. Smith, who, as a junior, he has the potential to grow into, I think, a medium 80 player. But he also wants to leave, so we just have to keep these players happy. We don't have the best offensive line. Sam Colbert is a junior as well. Damian Gilchrist, sophomore, who's good, wants to stay with the team. So he might see increased playing time. And Daniel Molini also may see increased playing time. I don't know where to put him though, but he's an impact dev. He's a senior though, so he might not play this year. But Damian Gilchrist, definitely a player who I want to get more involved in this year. He might also, he might start this year because he wants to stay. He needs the experience, so he might stay. At center, we have Joseph Harbert, who is a senior. Don't really have much for him. He's going to be a starter this year. And then next year, we have LaShawn Williams-Gentry, who doesn't have the best skill caps, but he will play next year as our starter as a junior if things continue to go well. And he wants to stay. At right guard, we have Tyler Chen. Okay, Tyler Chen, I like him a lot. He wants to leave. I think Chen is going to be our best offensive lineman, and we can run the ball behind him. I just wish he would stay. I wish he would want to stay. Behind him, we have Gary Buchanan, who is a senior, who has good skill caps, but you're a senior, you're leaving, don't care about you. Sean Lidge is a sophomore. He does not have good skill caps at all. So we need to find a solution here at the guard position. What will be our solution at guard? I don't know. And Brian Tapu, a freshman right tackle. Freshman. He's going to be our right tackle for the future. He's going to start day one, and he's going to play all 4 years. There's going to be some growing pains with him. I know that, but he's going to be our guy year one. And also, we have Alex Bradley, who is a freshman who could play right now. I might kick him out the left tackle in the offseason to pick up the slack behind Gerald F. Smith, especially if F. Smith decides to leave. He might be the one to pick up the slack there, but I like Alex Bradley a lot. And then you have Simon Afaleva, who I might have to find somewhere for him to play too, but he's a senior. So is there any point of him playing? So we have these players here with the highest ceiling, I think, is Brian Tapu and Alex Bradley here at the tackle position on the offensive line. At the edge position, Sterling Westbrook is going to be a beast as long as we keep him happy. More of a run stopper, I think, right now, but we could develop into a pass rusher. But more of a run stopper right now. He's going to set the edge, stop the guys running on the edge runs. He's going to be our starter at the moment, Sterling Westbrook. But we also have Melvin Wagner, who also should be able to play this year. I think all of our edge players can play this year. Melvin Wagner, freshman coming in, good skill caps, pure raw power. He's a run stopper right now as well, but definitely has the pass rushing upside, it looks like. Nate Lewis, senior, sorry you won't be playing this year. And Etu Fanal, he was here last year. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's a spot for him on this team right now, but maybe at right edge, we'll see if there's anywhere for him to play. But right now, it's going to be dominated by Dijon Ronnie. All of our players, like currently, are power rusher, running threats. They can set the edge, stop the run. We need more pass rushers. Introducing Justin Stearns. He is a pass rusher. He can get to the set the edge, stop the run, and he's going to be able to try to get to the quarterback. But he's a senior. So on passing downs, maybe he comes in. We'll see. David Randall is a sophomore. We'll see what he can do for us in the future. I like him. But I also like Gervonta Caruthers, a freshman. This guy is going to be able to do it all. He's going to be a power rusher. He's going to be a guy that's going to be able to set the edge, rush the passer for us in the future. So maybe he sits out this year. He wants to stay. His deal breaker is playing time. He's definitely going to be playing. I think we're going to have, between both edges, I think we're going to have a nice rotation. I don't think there's going to be any set one guy. At D tackle, and this is really disappointing, Jalen McGothern is not on the team yet. I don't know if I need to wait for an update. But McGothern is not on the team right now. He's a transfer from Sacramento State. And I think he can be a big force in the middle. But he's not on the team yet. If I have to wait for the next update, I will. And then I'll just probably sim the loss that we're going to get with USC if I have to. Because we're playing USC today. But he's not on the team right now. And that's upsetting. But we'll add, if we have to add him, we will. If I got to figure out which one of these guys are not NIL players. Normally the ones that aren't NIL players have bad skill caps. I've noticed that before, but some of them do. So right now we have pure run stoppers pretty much. Gordon Sims, Calvin Exis, Percy Calhoun, who I like. Noah Siossi, another player who I like, the junior. And then Solomon Langy. These are our D tackles. There's probably going to be a rotation here as well. Linebacker, Ethan Powell, our best player. Best player on the team. Sucks that he's a senior. He is going to suffer in pass coverage, but he is going to be able to stop the run. He's going to be able to get in there. He's going to punch you in the mouth. That's the kind of player he's going to be. CJ Blackburn is going to be our pass coverage linebacker for this year, maybe, or will it be Nasir Pitters? I don't know yet. Both of them can be pass coverage because they have this coverage skills. I think Pitters might be better than Blackburn. We'll see how we decide to run that. At Mike linebacker in the middle, we have Zane Carter. The middle linebacking position is wide open. Anyone and everyone, I'm willing to play there because we don't have anyone set in stone that's really good. Zane Carter is going to be the starter based on because he's the highest overall. But Caden Woolwine might also start. He's the second highest overall. As a matter of fact, with the boost we're getting from coaching points and everything, they're the same overall. So Caden Woolwine, the redshirt sophomore, may get the start here, and he is just probably a better player, better speed, better acceleration, better agility, change of direction down 1 point, it's less strength, better awareness, no, it's worse awareness. That might suck. Worse play recognition, better tackle, hit power's better, block shedding's worse. We might have to just switch them back and forth. See who plays better. Amar Toole, you know what I'm looking at, Billy. Brady Van Bennicum, as a junior going into his senior year. Maybe if he was a sophomore, I'd be more interested. But as a junior going into your senior year, I don't see much here for him. Especially if Woolwine stays with us. He's going to be our guy. Nasiri Danielson, same boat. As long as we have Woolwine, we're good. And Emmanuel Adams has terrible skill cap, so he's just going to be a backup player for his career. At will, we have Zeke Mahuka. He's a player I like right now, and he wants to stay with us, and he has good skill caps. So he is probably going to be like what we push for in year 1 and year 2 at the will position. Hopefully he gets better here, but lurking will always be Dylan Lee, who also has decent skill caps. John Norwood is a senior, so we're not going to be looking to push him at all. And Luke Ritchie does not have good skill caps at all. So Mahuka and Lee are probably going to be our linebackers at the will point right now. Cornerbacks, we have no good cornerbacks on that. We have no good cornerbacks. Isaiah Buxton is the best cornerback we have. And he transferred from, I don't remember where he came from. Where did Isaiah Buxton come from? He came from San Diego State. Isaiah Buxton came from San Diego State. Best corner we have. He's a sophomore. We got to roll with him. We got to keep him happy. He's going to be our most well-developed corner by the time he's in year 4. Is he a senior? Impact that playing time. He's going to play. He's going to be our starter here. So we just have to succeed for him. And Rune Norton is a senior. And then we have Caleb Womack, also a senior. We have Kejon Bullard Jr., also a senior. We have Malachi Crawford, a junior. And then we have Rico Carrillo, who is a sophomore. Honestly, I'm only looking towards Carrillo and Buxton. Those are the players that have me excited at this position. So we will see what we can do with both of them at this position. At free safety, we have Tuli Tagovailoa Amusa. This guy has all the potential in the world as a sophomore. He wants to leave though. we have to do everything in our power to try to keep him on this team. He is our highest upside safety right now. And if we do lose him, we do have a good backup here in Pierce Walker. But this is the guy you want. You want Tagovailoa. Like, he's going to start this year. He's going to play this year. And honestly, I think all of our safeties can be good here. I think one of them can kick out the strong safety. Maybe Bradford. Maybe Watts. Brian Dukes is a strong safety who will be a senior this year, so he looks like he's going to be a starter. Charles Cox, the third, will be a senior as well. And then you have Hunter Noel, who will be lone strong safety. So maybe one of these guys, maybe Watts or Bradford could kick out. Maybe Bradford. Maybe they kick out the strong safety next year. We'll see. At kicker, they have two kickers, one left-legged, one right-legged. Don't know which one's which. I really don't care. That's just how they did it last year. We're probably going to stick with Sinatra, though. And punter, we have Trent Carrizosa. He's a senior, but we need a new punter. So that is the team right now. But that will do it for right now. I'm gonna do recruiting off screen. I'm gonna show you guys recruiting before we get into the game with I guess I'll do this too. I'm gonna do all of this off screen and before we get into the game with USC. I'll show you guys everything. So I will be right back. Okay guys, we are back here in the Dynasty. Set up the recruiting board, and as you can see, our top prospect is a 3-star quarterback that we're going after, Miguel Gold. I like how his skills are and everything. And this is the recruiting board so far. You can see it's a bunch of 2-stars, a bunch of 1-stars. This is the best we're going to get this year. I am aware of the recruiting glitch. Like I said, I am going to be monitoring it as best as I can. Miguel Gold, I'm going to try to make him the only 3-star I go for. He's a 3-star quarterback. He's our top goal, our top prospect. Hopefully, he'd be the QB of the future. And we had 10 points remaining here, so we're just going to put him on 1-star receiver, Jeremiah Batari. A lot of these players, I'm not seeing a lot of hope for. I really do not have a lot of hope for some of these players. But, alas, here we go. We are live in the Coliseum here in LA, where we are here to face the USC Trojans. This is going to be a tough one. And when I mean tough, I mean we might not win this game. USC is a top 15 ranked team coming out the gate, week 0. They wanted to play a cupcakes team. They see us as a cupcake. They wanted to play us as their tune-up game. Well, let's try to spoil them. Let's try to spoil this USC team. Let's try to get them when their guard is down. San Jose State and USC is going to be a good one. It's going to be an exciting one. And your Spartans are going to be receiving first as Anthony Ivy, their transfer from Penn State, comes on out first as Garcia's team is on the field first. And this first play is going to be a pass. Weaver underneath to Anthony Ivy. And that's a first down. Garcia is pumped up. Weaver back to pass again. Weaver going to step up in the pocket, and Weaver's going to take it himself for the first down and more, sliding down for a 16-yard gain. Weaver back to pass again, going underneath again. That's Ivy once again. And look at them just trying to get their bearings, just going short on some plays. That's the transfer from Sacramento State. That is Jordan Anderson on the play. And that's intercepted. I don't know where Weaver was going with that one, but that's intercepted by the safety, Matt Harper Johnson. I really don't know where Weaver was going with that play. It looked like he was looking for Anderson, perhaps, but he just threw that one way ahead. And there's 3 red jerseys there, so he may have should have gone underneath with this one. Let's see if he had anywhere open. Yeah, he just had, I don't know where he was looking. But here comes the USC offense. Here, and it's going to be Maeva with a quick throw. That is Caden Dixon Wyatt on the play. Maeva back pass again. Big throw there. And that's a first down. Maeva play action. And he has a man open. That's his tight end there. Mark Bowman on the play. First down. Down to the 4-yard line. It's going to be a direct snap to the running back. That is Wayman Jordan. And that's a touchdown for the Trojans. And just like that, after the interceptions, the Trojans are up 7-0. Here's Nick Weaver coming out again. Looking to make a play here. Bates to his right. And Bates with a carry here. That's a first down for the Spartans. Weaver back to pass again. Looking for a screen, but there's nothing there. So he's going to take this one himself. And that's another first down there for the San Jose Spartans. This is the backup running back. Jacklet up the middle of the field. And that's a close to a first down, but it's 4th and inches. We have nothing to, we have nothing to lose here. We're against USC. We're against the number 15 team in the nation. And they're going to hand it off to the star running back, Jabari Bates. And he gets the first down on the play. First and goal from the 7. Bates gets the handoff again. Bates into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. And just like that, San Jose State ties this game up. We're not going to let you guys go away that easily, USC. However, quickly down the field, ends quickly into the second half. Maeva and the USC in the red zone. That's going to be a quick flip to Caden Dixon Wyatt, and he loses one on the play. 3rd and goal now for the Trojans. Maeva into the end zone. Touchdown. Caden Dixon Wyatt. Caden Dixon Wyatt is all over the field. They got a good one with this one. And we're going to skip ahead into the second quarter again. We had 3. And this is Wayman Jordan getting tackled for a loss. That's Dukes on the tackle. 3rd and 12 now coming up. That's going to be Jordan. Oh, Maeva on the keeper. Maeva breaking a tackle. And Maeva into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. And Trojans are trying to pull away here. 3rd and 7 now. Weaver back to pass again. Weaver looking at the middle field. Batted around. And that's intercepted. Looking for Malachi Riley there. That's just an interception right there. I should never threw it to him, to be honest. That was my mistake there, but it was batted around. That is what I like to call an EA interception. Real life, I think that ball hits the ground. 2nd and 6 for the Trojans, though, and as you can see, they're starting to pull away. Up by 11 here, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Making it look easy. That is Zacharias Williams. And they're starting to pull away now. This is what we expected from USC. Just dots by Maeva. And look at the coverage. The coverage isn't even there. And we skipped right to halftime. Because why not? We're down 31-10. They add on 3 after that quick touchdown. And USC is running away with this game. Up by 21 at the half. But we can't let them go. We just got to stick it to them. Well, we're looking to have TCU decimates Bill Belichick in the North Carolina Tar Heels. 31-10. Their halftime. Their final score is what our halftime score is. So TCU starts off fast here. Craig, 21 for 28, 315 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Small, 6 catches, 128 yards and 1 touchdown. As we look at the scores around the country, Virginia big over NC State. Sacramento State over Eastern Michigan. We played them next week. And Memphis all over UNLV. And here I thought UNLV was the favorites to win the Mountain West. But remember what I said. If Memphis has a good year, we might see them up to the Big 12. We might just do that. We might make that move. Air Nolan all over UNLV as Jaden Maeva all over us right now in this one. But as you can see, we're rushing the ball really well. We're trying to keep the ball balanced between Bates, Weaver, and Jacklet. So we're balancing it really well. Let's get down to another Spartan drive, though. 1st and 10 Jacklick in the backfield. In the pistol formation, looks like it's going to be a carry to Jacklick. No, it's a fake play action. And that is a quick catch there for Malachi Riley. 2nd and 4 now coming up for the Spartans. Ball on the 39-yard line. Weaver back to pass. Weaver scanning the field. He finds Anthony Ivy underneath. They love having Anthony Ivy in a spin move. They love finding Anthony Ivy on that drag route there. And that's what you're going to have to do. This is where Weaver excels. Quick throws like that. And there's going to be Bates up the middle of the field. Bates down to the 2. Bates goes over 100 yards with that one. 16 carries, 110 yards in the 3rd quarter. And they're going to reward Bates with another touchdown. San Jose State. Bates gets into the end zone for 2 times. And that brings the score up to 16-31, and we don't score. we missed the extra point. Mayava with a big throw there, and that is Dixon Wyatt again. Dixon Wyatt was all over the field. He destroyed us. As you guys can see, USC, it was a thrashing. And that is going to be number 9, Terrell Anderson, who I think is going to be their actual number 1 receiver this year. We held Anderson pretty well up to that point. Here's Bates again with another carry there. But as you can see, Bates is hurt here. We're going to take him out of the game because there's no reason. Well, he's staying in this game. We're subbing him out right now. But there's no reason for Bates to stay in the game. He's hurt. No reason to keep him in. Going underneath again because that's our bread and butter to Malachi Riley. So let's just get in another drive here. Zach Litch and then in the play running back. And Zach Litch gets the first down on the screen. Zach Litch is not going to be our fastest player, but he can get up and down the field. As you can see here, up the middle of the field for a first down, San Jose State. And we're trying our different running backs here. And again, underneath, this is our bread and butter. Underneath, quick throws for Nick Weaver. As you saw, he having a decent game besides the 2 interceptions. And he's going to carry it up the middle once again for the first down. Ball on the 25-yard line. This time it's Carlson in at running back. And Carlson gets the carry. And Carlson's going to get 8 yards on the play. 2nd and inches coming up. Carlson still in at running back. And it's going to be a quick screen. That one going to McClure. Jerry McClure on the play. First down. 1st and 10 coming up. Ball on the 12-yard line. Sending a man in motion here. And it's going to be Weaver back to pass. No, Weaver stopping up in the pocket. Weaver going into the end zone. Touchdown, San Jose State. We're able to score 3 touchdowns on them. And USC, even though it's a thrashing, I feel like this team is playing well. Like, they came out here, showed a lot of heart on especially Nick Weaver. Like, Weaver is showing a lot of... Did I say Nick Weaver? It's Luke Weaver. But as you can see, I hope I wasn't calling him Nick Weaver throughout the whole video. But as you can see, they just destroyed us. 62-23. Mayava, 487 yards, 5 touchdowns, 84% completion percentage. There wasn't much we could do here. And it's going to be like that when we play bigger teams like this. And even when we play better teams in Mountain West, like that UNLV game is looking scary to me. Because I think UNLV is the favorites to win the Mountain West. Even New Mexico. I think they're scary in the Mountain West. However, it's going to look like this. We're going to struggle. But again, this team came out, put up 516 total yards of offense on the Trojans. Yeah, we almost allowed 700 yards. Yeah, I get that. 222 total yards rushing. 3 touchdowns. We are a run-first team if we want to look at it like that. Run the ball is going to be our bread and butter between Bates, Jacklick, Carlson, and Weaver. And on some of the weaker Mountain West teams, Weaver can actually get outside the pocket and maybe just go for longer runs. 2 interceptions, they were my fault. The first one, I should never thrown, I admit that, but I have no idea where Weaver was going. Second one, definitely should never threw it. Should have found someone else or just took it and ran. But here are your stats. Mayava, 33 for 39, 84 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 rushing. Howard got into the game, 67, 51 yards. It was a thrashing like we expected. But again, this team played better than what some will say. I am pleasantly surprised by the amount of offense that we got on them. I thought we ran the ball really well. We ran the ball better than them, certainly. Like, yeah, Bates, he was banged up in this game, but it's USC. I don't think in any other games Bates gets banged up like this against weaker teams. This was a tough USC team. As you can see, they just destroyed us in the air. Dixon White, 113 yards. Bowman, 185. And Anderson, 110. And Williams even got 62 yards. Like, they destroyed us in the air. We can't allow this. This is something we can't allow ever again, unless we're going against one of the bigger teams again. I don't think we have a team as tough as USC on the schedule anymore. I think our toughest opponents, our top 3 toughest opponents, are going to be Hawaii, New Mexico, and UNLV. UNLV might destroy us. I don't know. We're going to see how things go from here on out. But again, I'm just so proud of how we played. And right now, I'm using Armor and Sword slider set because I like Armor and Sword slider sets. I played with his slider sets before in other series. And in Madden, I like his slider sets. 33 for 55, 33 for 50, 66%. Completion, 294 yards, 2 interceptions. But look at this running. 18 for 120, 2 touchdowns, 9 for 47, 7 for 44, 2 for 11. I want this split backfield like this. I want our backfield to be like this. Bates doesn't have to get all of the carries. He doesn't have to carry the load by himself. But if he has to, he will. Anthony Ivey, 7 catches for 77 yards. Anderson, 5 for 64. Riley, 7 for 54. And McClure, 5 for 53. I am very proud that our wide receiver core was able to split it like this at all. Again, I'm just proud of this team and how we came out and played. It could have been worse. It can always be worse. But remember, we played a good game. I think we played a really good game. We had to get some touchdowns in the air there. We got to get Weaver better here. But I think we played a really good game. A really good game one. Can be better. Could have been worse. Our defense wasn't that good at all. Not at all. And that concerns me. Are we going to be able to stop anyone? I know we came in this game and I said our corners are not good. And that showed. Our corners are not good. Our secondary is not good. Are we going to be able to recruit some people in our secondary to make this secondary better? Is Buxton going to be able to develop to become better? But we'll see. Bates wins Player of the Week for the Mountain West, of course. 18 carries, 120 yards. And next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will play Eastern Michigan at FCS West Cal Poly. If you guys are enjoying this series, if you guys enjoyed episode 1, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and return for more San Jose State Dynasty. We're going to be consistent this year. I promise.